way the American world is built, or any structure that relies on this old, dated doctrine that a particular group of people are smaller or less capable, it is nothing more than a financial opportunity to exploit resources, to exploit people, to exploit wealth, to exploit economies, to exploit families. It's the only way that a country that has not established anything of their own, or a people who have never established anything of their own, are capable of growing their structure. And you know this to be very true, because if you take away all the black people from America, and I mean every single black person who has ever labored or who has ever been afflicted, take them all away from America, and you tell me, what do you have within the country? Nothing more than a barren dump of a waste, garbage disposal, nonsense land full of nothing but disease, virus, and the list goes on. This is the issue, that your treatment towards black people is one in which you are biting the hand that has fed you for hundreds of years. The same hand that worked on your plantation is the same hand you are telling to go back to Africa. But you're the ones that took the black people from Africa. Like I'm just really confused at this point, because the only conclusion I can draw from all of this is the fact that the motive behind this procedure was nothing more than a money grab, a financial grab, or a resource grab, an opportunity for black people to gather resources, because white people, as far as I'm concerned, are incapable of knowing anything capable of work beyond what black people have laid the foundation for. And once you realize this, you understand that it really isn't anything personal. That whatever somebody does to you has absolutely nothing to do with you. And I think, as a matter of fact, that somebody's opinion, or what they believe, or what a system or society believes, is at the responsibility and the jurisdiction of that society. And rather, it is your responsibility to establish peaceful terms, to actually understand what it means to be considerate, to understand that regardless of how you may think or feel, that at the end of the day, we are all, if we didn't have rights to life, we would not be here talking or walking. And furthermore, we all have things going on. We all have life responsibilities. So your accusation, or the assumption that America has put through, that black people did not have rights or do not have rights, is actually incorrect, because black people have responsibilities to cover shelter. If you don't feed the hand that has laid the foundation on your plantation, then you tell me, where would you get any of this infrastructure from? Where would you get any of your economy from? Clearly, a life would have had to contributed to some of that. But the problem with Americans is they are very oblivious, right? They are oblivious to culture, which is part of the reason why racism exists. They are incapable of getting past that flat-minded, paper whitewashed thinking that has been instilled to them by their authorities, who have instructed the entire Western Hemisphere to scrutinize and to try and humiliate black people, when as in reality you're really just humiliating yourself, because the world is looking at you as we speak. You may be fooling the Americans, who we know don't do anything but eat their donuts and harm innocent black people, but when you have the world masses watching you and you understand how big the world actually is, I think you're in for a different story at that point. And I think you will really actually understand that your supremacy actually is rooted in a inner concern for how much power you lack. And this is the realization that I think a lot of people will eventually come to.